Managing the tail. Hello, my name is Eva. Welcome to Jones Moans. I worked in BC's Research and Development site in Suffolk between 1996 and 2008. During the time I was there, BT had to change the way they did things to allow for competition. We were often given pep talks, how we could meet new challenges, how we could reach efficiency targets, how we could think out of the box. It all sounded quite reasonable, but you expected the people at the top to be doing some amazing things too. You expected people at the top to be doing some sort of grind, and you assumed that they were doing a bit more than looking at spreadsheets and pointing at the expensive bits and telling their lackeys to get rid of the bits that cost too much. The bits that cost too much were the lackeys, and of course the lackeys. I think the main problem was once they had managed to get rid of a load of lackeys doing the work, the people at the top just carried on digging their heels in. The new efficiency targets and meet new challenges coming down from the top looked like they'd been written as some sort of goon show script. There was a point in time when BT frontline support had been pared down so much that it impacted our customers. The people at the top told us we were to drive down customer dissatisfaction. Not raise customer satisfaction, but drive down customer dissatisfaction. Most people in BT, that's us lackeys, just looked at this new diktat and ignored it. Some of us pointed out to our bosses that there were supposed to be some sort of guidelines that came along with these new initiatives. Some of us pointed out to our bosses that we were not capable of magic, and then bosses would just mutter, think out of the box, meet new challenges. And what happened in reality was that many customers got so hacked off with not getting support from BT, they found another supplier. Those that could not get another supplier, so people living in villages, just gave up trying. The result was that there were less complaints. We had not raised customer satisfaction, but we had driven down customer dissatisfaction because we had fewer customers, or customers who had just given up shouting at us. Hurrah, we had reached our goal. For a while, I was the training manager for our department. Our department managed data networks. This was around 2000. There were lots of courses that we made available to raise people's technical level. Most were run by our suppliers. Other courses were developed in-house. Ex-field engineers in our department provided overviews and documentation for frontline support. And some of us provided overviews covering things like data security and other specialist areas. Anyone who worked in a technical capacity was expected to reach a minimum accreditation level of CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Association. Everyone was given a year to reach this level. Cisco was the company that supplied the kit for the core of the data network. They already had a very structured training plan. There was a reluctance from some people in BT to take this training on board, and at the time I got quite annoyed with certain individuals. They were saying, who's going to support the old network when we're off doing this training? They did have a point, but I thought it was a bit short-sighted of them not to get the training. As I said, it would open opportunities in the future. Open opportunities, that's good management waffle. After the training programme had been running for a while at BT, another initiative was introduced, and this was called Managing the Tail. This was a real stonker. Managing the tail beat drive down customer dissatisfaction hands down. Managing the tail was like a goon show script written by people on speed. Here's the gist of it. Every manager was expected to identify a member of their team as being the lowest performer and then put them on a performance review. The idea was to get them to perform better. Sounds reasonable. What happened in reality was that managers had to make up additional targets for individuals. If they remained on the performance review for a certain amount of time, they were dismissed on the grounds of poor performance. And I knew several people this happened to. At the time that Managing the Tower was introduced, I was working on a project called 21CN, and it was a major overhaul of the UK network. I managed a team of cherry-picked experts from across BT who were supporting a pilot of 21CN. I thought, as I had a cherry-picked team working on a very key project, I would be exempt from managing the tail. I wasn't. I thought I would be exempt mainly because you're not going to sell future opportunities from other teams. So if you've got a best performer in one team and then you want them to go into a team of experts to only be put onto a performance review, they wouldn't go. So the conversation would be something like, hey, you're doing really well, you're a key person. Do you want to go and work for Eva? She's got a vacancy because she had to sack the last expert. In my next video, I'll explain how my last meeting went with my boss when he asked which one of my team I was going to put on a performance review. It was my very last meeting with my boss before I left BT. The rest of this story will be told Goon style. I will play the part of Neddy Seagoon. This is a reflection of my life. Thanks for watching.